Budeš hrát Stray? Ano, budu hrát Stray. No. A budu hrát taky tady tu hru, nevím, jestli to je pro vás úplně čete, protože tam nejsou český titulky, ale je to strašně skvělá hra, strašně mě to zaujalo. Je to víceméně o tom, že hrajete vlastně... je to něco jak Papers, Please, akorát jste v nějaký zemi britský, fiktivní a prostě živě kontrolujete živáky. Kontrolujete prostě živáky, přepínáte kamery, vypípáváte sprostý slova a snažíte se dělat svoji práci. Tohle si už hrál, ne? Jo, hrál, ale prostě jsem to jenom zkoušel, no. Papers, Please plus Her Story. Já to jsem asi taky hrál, že? Fiktivní britská země. Tak mluví tam anglicky prostě, no. Je to strašná prdel. Novou hru dáme. Showrunner, Real Challenge. Ty vole. Recommended, ne, dáme. Dáme nejtěžší obtížnost. Jeden Ring si off-stream dohrál, jo? Ne. Počkej, já si musím resetnout tohle zvuk, tyjo. Britský zemi je víc než jen Anglie, true. Ty jdeš znova, no jasně. Tak jako kolik lidí to vidělo. Kurva, to je way too dang. Okay. No, byl docela nudnej ten tutoriál akorát. No, jsou prostě volby. Teď zavolá borec. A mě to prostě jenom jako vysvětluje, co mám dělat. Kde jsi vzal živáci, nemyslíš diváci? No živáky. Živý výstupy. Jo, tady jsou feedy z kamer, tady je to, co jde do živáků. A tady je prostě s delayem, co se jako vysílá. Tady jsou diváci, jo. Zelených to jsou dobrý čísla. Když dělám chyby, tak jdou dolů, když to dělám správně, tak jdou nahoru. Tady tohle je to, co je ve vysílání, tady tohle je to, co tam posílám. Je tam delay mezi tím. No, tady jsou různý signály, co jdou do studia. Většinou to jsou různý jakoby vstupy z kamer. Různý úhly a tak. Jo, tady vlastně přepínám ty feedy. A jo, aha, jo, tady zapínám věci, to je trošku jak Five Nights at Freddy's, že? Tak, zapnu jsem elektriku. Tady cenzoruji zprostý slova, tady můžu slyšet vstup ze živáku. Dole, jo, tady jsou reklamy. Počkej, která je dobrá. Crazy Neil, My Salad Weekly, Come to Bumley, Crazy Neil, Alan James a My Salad Weekly, myslím. Tak a teďka to začne, teďka bude nějaký projev během voleb. Tak. Tady vidět, jak se baví mimo. A pak začne vysílání.
It's time to join Jeremy Donaldson for the National Nightly News.
I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
Okay, all good. Next is going to be the throw of the news titles on screen too. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Buys honest Andy's totally independent and corners the flowered market. Top chap. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Meghan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence
No, teďka
Blunderclash
máme
about his new movie,
countdown,
The
prostě
Medicated.
vykládá,
And,
diváci
of course,
sledujou.
we'll be going live to Advance Headquarters
Je to zatím
to
easy,
hear what
že jo,
the
takže
leaders of
nemusím
this
toho moc
party
dělat.
have to say on their historic victory.
Right. Button two,
Tak a teďka máme odpočet.
National Nightly News.
one. Lovely,
Tak.
mate.
Tak a tady máme
Next
intro.
thing is the throwback to Jeremy with button one when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
Počkej, glow in the middle. Jaký glow in the middle? Co to znamená glow in the middle? Asi až to dojede.
Here it comes. Switch to screen one. Now. Lovely, mate.
The votes are in, and it's a
Krásný.
decisive win for Advance.
We often get a bit of interference around this
Your
time,
globe,
mate. Keep
aha.
your eye on the machine at the bottom right. Use that slide
Jo,
and
tady
the
signály, ty vole.
scroll wheel to move the wave up and down, keeping the green bit in the white bit.
But critics have
Jo,
accused
musím
him of a
udržovat
severe
zelenou
lack
v
of
tom
actual
bílém.
policies and of being deliberately vague.
Abych se
The
nenudil během toho, co
opposition
tam
parties have
vykládá
all
borec.
conceded to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary
Right, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment.
Tak a pak bude reklamka.
Too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches zero, press one of the three play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break, and so on,
Počkej,
but you can play
Ačko
them in
tam
any order
dáme.
you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
to hear the co-leader's acceptance speech.
And 3, 2, 1.
A reklama.
1 minute back, everybody. Jeremy, I need you to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running
Počkej,
late.
to mě nezajímá.
Deal! It's a steal! We're crazy deal! We don't care if you've been naughty or nice. We got green sofas, red sofas, brown cushions, pink cushions. You've got a grey sofa. We've got a grey sofa. In a grey, a brown, a pink, a yellow, a purple. Neil's deals.
Selling
Unreal.
grade A plus, nice.
Made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a
Multicam,
You've got to be
ježišmarja.
cutting between multiple cameras to keep things
Jo,
interesting.
budu muset přepínat kamery, aby vždycky byl záběr na tom, co mluví.
Rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long. 10 seconds at the most.
Hrozný, jak do toho mele. Tyčinku jako za 30 měsíců tady zpět.
Throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen one selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
A to je nejlepší, co se tam děje v pozadí prostě.
You want a toilet? We can do you
Jak
a
tam
toilet. We can do
si
you a
borec tam
toilet
na něj
next to
řve,
chair.
ty
We
vole,
can do a
úplně
chair next to toilet.
pompézní,
We can do you a
namyšlený
toilet chair.
kokot
You
a
come
pak
down,
prostě
you
jde
come
live a
there.
on úplně,
We got it, you want
jo,
it,
je to
you want
můj
it, we
život,
got
jsem
it, you want it,
pokornej,
you pay us,
prostě.
you want it, we
Děkuju,
got
že
it,
jste
you
mě
want it,
pozvali.
you want it, we've got it, you pay us.
Screen one, Jeremy.
Welcome back to the National Nightly
Oops.
News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election.
ready to go to
winner
Meghan on
Advance
screen
of Meghan
4.
Wolf is here with a star of both stage and screen. Meghan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go to
the
Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his
joined
name.
today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my dear.
Go to 3, go to 3.
Ty tam byli oba. Jsem chtěl, jak tam na ní šahá.
The wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's
Film
talking.
your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
Přestaň mi do
The
toho kecat.
medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Wrap, that's Peter Jensen, the director. Do you know him? He's a wonderful chap. He really is. I've worked
Give us
with
a
him
look at
on
Megan's
several movies,
reaction.
all terribly
Lovely.
successful.
Now back to Thunder Twat.
What a wild ride this has been. And do you know what, Megan?
Okay.
I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
A challenge at all?
Fuck.
What exactly are you implying?
Do piči. To jsem posral.
But seriously, yes, you're right.
Na ty jedničce nic
It was a
není.
complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that was the true story of one soldier's fight for
Dobrý,
a love
jedu.
that surpasses all others. Dobrý den.
Katažičen, děkuju.
For freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion.
Herlové Herdyn.
Honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
Ani nevím, na co mám dávat ten white záběr.
If you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering for one's audience.
Jo,
I
no.
suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire. The little people. But most of all, I think I do
Ale
it
jsem
for
úplně
the
říká, ty
positive
pičo, ten
change
se tak
that I can bring
přetvařuje,
back in the
čurák
world.
jeden, vole.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But I think I've
Vycenzuruj
always
toho
been
dementa.
quite clear that when it
Nemůžu,
comes to
ještě nemluvíš
politics,
prostě, to bude v další kapitole
one
až.
should always
To trvá 2 minuty, ale.
strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry.
Kurva,
I'll do it again.
do piče.
Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the
Strongly
break.
medicated,
Kurva.
which opens next week
Right,
around
I've
the
swapped the
country.
shot
On
with
začal-
Jeremy on screen 1
on
for a
začal
VT of
nadávat.
the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced
Kurva.
with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look.
Cool, looks like Blunderclash is losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for
Tam
that.
nadává,
There's
ty
more
vole.
interference coming. It's a bit trickier this time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the knob, or hold down your middle mouse or Alt on your keyboard, and
Kurva.
as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by dragging right.
You think
Now we're going to squash the frequency back by dragging left.
Já se chci dívat na ty věci, co se tam dějou.
Jubbly, mate.
Já jsem nemůžu nic koukat, protože tady musím dělat, vole,
Same
věci
as
s
last
frekvencí.
time. Little joystick or hold Alt or middle mouse, and this time push upwards. Right, now let's match it
Ježišmarja.
back by going downwards.
Dr. Hemlock.
You told me, but I didn't listen.
Doctor.
I'm drowning, Lance.
To pokazil, to je furt něco, ale mám maximum diváků, myslím.
Look at this!
The virus. The sterility. This formula. This is the key.
Tady prostě minihra by se zbavil, no.
Perfect, mate.
Dobrý.
We have to ask ourselves.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to
Yes,
use the
další
clock at the
reklamka.
top to count you in.
Okay. 10 vteřin do reklamy, čete? Teď.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen.
Já nechci jak slyšet tohodle, Alana.
Here, when someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button or the spacebar on your keyboard for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing
Aha,
two
nemám
things at
maximální
once.
diváky.
Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by.
Jo, to tam vidím, no.
Hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now.
To je tak skvělá reklama, ty vole, já musím do toho řešit tutoriál posranej.
Mate, if you don't turn up the broadcast volume, you won't be able to time your bleeps. Good. You're set to start censoring.
Já to budu slyšet dvakrát zároveň. Já chci blípovat také pro vás, se chci dívat na ty videa.
Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late. You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 4.
Running the country. Seriously?
Worse. 5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advanced Headquarters where
Ježíš,
the
tady
two
bude
leaders,
nadávat tak
Peter
svině ten
Clement and
politik.
Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Oh shit, he's pissed.
Shall I start?
Go for it.
Náš nachcanej politik.
Well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start? What a day.
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying, southern bastard trick they had against us. But you, the people, you saw right through
Co je, teď jsem cenzuroval normálně.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of
Jo,
celebrations.
já jsem nezměnil záběr.
Coarser than the granny's fanny.
Memorably
Ty
put.
pičo.
But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country
ten je
is
nachcanej
suffering,
jak
you don't
svině.
need a party. You need a team. A team that can change
To je
things.
Boris Johnson, jo, no.
But today is day one of a new future. A better,
Tady vyhráli
fairer
volby zrovna.
future. So perhaps we should
To
all
bude
be
měnit
celebrating.
prostě.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their
Progresivní
shitty
zdanění
hats on
bude.
and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again,
Co je?
put,
Teď jsem
but
to udělal
not
správně.
inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know the sort of, probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax
Ty
system in this
pičo.
country.
Progresivní
No more
zdanění
hiding
bude, no.
wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable
To teďka
set
půjde
of
hodně
tax
nahoru.
laws.
So all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide.
Ty vole, dobrý,
Earlier
dal jsem to
today,
perfektně.
We revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're gonna pay up. You're gonna pay back.
Ty pičo.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
To
The
je
pundits said
úplně
we'd
k
have to
piči.
raise billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So
Oh,
to
shit.
you posh twats,
The people who
Ty
pay your
vole.
pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
so they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
Nice,
We are coming
nice,
for your
mate.
sports cars and your mansions and your
Sorry.
vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Scary. Ty vole.
Well,
To je mnohem líp.
interesting
Ne,
acceptance speech there from the leaders
Sorry,
of
sorry,
Advance.
Ježíši
And
Kriste.
our apologies for the
To
fruity
se
language.
délka.
Hopefully we've got that bleeped out for you in
Ne,
time.
sorry, se
If
překli.
not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under
okay.
Advance. I'm
Třetí
Jeremy
reklamka.
Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
Right, looks like you've got it now. ferry's about to leave.
Drž hubu, chci se dělat na reklamu.
Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
With this exquisite limited edition collection. My Salad Weekly. Sign up now and every week we'll send you an authentic, ethically sourced ingredient to add to your salad. Build your collection week by week and very soon you'll have a salad that really gets the lunchroom talking. From tomatoes and oils to leafy greens and lovely grains, this really is the complete collection.
Cčko jsem
Every
dostal.
issue also comes with a companion magazine that explores
Teda
the
hovno
history
tahle
of the
reklama.
art form. From the great balsamic
To je
wars of
vtipně jenom tím, že tam sbíráš salát. Bčko. Jo, to je jak Papers, Please, no. Jak jsem si vedl. Jestli... Víc info. Aha. Všechny slova byly vycenzurovány špatný. Špatnej edit. Čuráci, vole. Okay. Nice. Plnej plát jsem dostal. Já jsem byl uklízeč. Stav světla. Milujou mě. Můj boss mě miluje, dobrý. To asi brzo změní. Já tady si můžu zpětně kouknout na všechny záznamy. Ježíš, ten tutoriál je tak strašně, vole. Jo, to je jak jsem si to sestříhal.
In a few moments, we'll be going
Můžu
live
vidět
to
celý svůj
tonight's
jako
national
produkt.
nightly news. But before that, let's take a look.
Jo, to je ten materiál. Tady vám ukážu... Tady vám ukážu to, jak byl namyšlený mimo tu kameru. Ten blunder clutch.
These aren't my cards. Please tell me these aren't my cards.
No, they're the right ones, apparently.
Oh, but this gives me nothing, Jenny. They must see that.
I know. I think they think he won't have anything to say.
Jo, ona
For
řešila,
God's
že
sake,
se ho
come
chce
on,
zeptat
it's
na
a
něco,
huge day. He's not.
na něco politického.
I don't care, Rob. I'm not doing it. I agreed to do one basic interview a day. I made that completely clear when we started. Check my contract.
Hi,
About
I'm
the
Megan.
bagel.
Oh, piss off! You're on thin bloody ice, Rob. Whole wheat, man. Whole wheat.
We're coming back from the
Nemá
break.
celozrnej bagel,
Quiet in the
kurva.
studio.
Thank you so much. For...
10 seconds, everybody.
Držu mu píčo.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance, but first our
National
very own
Nightly
culture
News.
reporter
No.
Megan Wolf is here with
A to jsme tam viděli.
Filming your latest.
They're at the wrap. That's...
Počkej, tak tam bude ta část. Jak je nasranej. Mimo záběr. Projev, ty vole, jo, jsem virtuos.
And we're out.
Rob, get the car ready.
Mr. Blundercatch,
No! I'm shutting this down. What kind of operation are you people running?
Mr. Blundercatch, I understand you're upset, but we can...
Upset? You don't know the half of it. Rob! I'll be at the Dorset. Send up a bottle of scotch and a whole ham. It's in my contract.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just had to. I had to. Oh, go on then. Say it.
What?
I told you so.
Your hair looked nice.
Jsem zaptala
See, this
na
is why
otázku
you're
mimo
single.
skript, no. OK. No a pak tady máme ty reklamy, no, to jsem viděl. Tak, jdeme dál. Tam už na tebe bude ten tutoriál otřesnej. Já mám pocit, že tu druhou ještě říkal něco, no. Den druhý. Den třetí teda. Aha. Počkej, takže já jsem měl až den 8, jo? Jo, to je tohleto, jo, že mi přišel jsem domů a našel jsem poštu na rohožce, ale asi si čekal prostě nic jiného než další prostě junk mail, ale jeden dopis zachytil tvé oko. Tým tě chce poznat. Víš, to je ten dotazník. Je to formulář od nového Advanced Governmentu, od nové vlády, který se ptá na informace všech občanů. První stránka už je vyplněná. Tvoje jméno Alex Winston, tvoje manželka Sam Winston, vaše děti Charles Winston 14 letý a Suzy Winston 19 letá. OK. Aspoň ty základy udělali dobře, si pomyslíš. Zbytek otázek musíš vyplnit ty, vypadají, že jsou povinný. Otázka číslo 1. Když začneš novou práci, tak budeš přátelský a představíš se svým novým spolupracovníkům. Budeš produktivní a hnedka začneš pracovat. Uvelebíš se a budeš se orientovat kolem svého nového pracoviště. Budeš si vzpomínat s kamaráda... Jo. Tady to chceme vyplnit tak, abychom pro ten government vypadali jako co nejlepší lidi. Víš co, takový droni prostě. Tak, druhá otázka. Kolega v jiném oddělení se ti svěřil, že bere domů tajné informace. A nyní je pryč dokument lehké důležitosti. Pomohl by svému kolegovi zakrýt svůj prohřešek, doporučit svému kolegovi, že to nahlásí, slíbit svému kolegovi, že to nikomu neřekneš, okamžitě nahlásit nadřízenýmu, okamžitě nahlásit. Celé oddělení bylo dneska vyhozeno za nedostatečný výkon. Tvůj šéf udělal nové cíle, které jsou mnohem výše než ty ostatní. Ty opustíš práci na čas. Mílo, děkuju ti moc. Děkuju za tier 3 resub, děkuju za 44 měsíců. Budeš dělat přes čas, aby ses ujistil, že první deadline bude splněn. Odejdeš z práce až dříve a půjdeš do hospody, aby si kecal o změnách s kolegy. Odejdeš z práce dřív a půjdeš domů za rodinou. OK. Dělat přes časy. Je pravidelný firemní večírek, barbecue, ke kterému jste byli pozváni ty a tvoje rodina. Ty se na ní těšíš a budeš se těšit, že si užiješ krásný den s přáteli a rodinou, nebo si ten den budeš mít vlasy, když budeš v pohodě, ale nebude ti vadit, když ho mineš. Trénoval jsi se svými spolupracovníky a myslíš si, že vyhraješ talentovou soutěž tenhle rok. Tohleto. Měl jsi dlouhou úspěšnou kariéru a teď půjdeš do důchodu. Ve svém projevu řekneš svoje úspěchy a všechny dobré vzpomínky, co jsi měl ve firmě. Dáš upřímnou recenzi plusů a minusů firmy. Budeš se soustředit na problémy a výzvy, které jsi měl během pracování tam. Nebudeš se účastnit. Tak, achievementy. Ve volném čase chceš relaxovat sám, posloucháš muziku a děláš modely, nebo se účastníš politických shromáždění a stojíš si za tím, co věříš. Podporuješ své děti, aby dělali své koníčky, hraješ ve svém lokálním sportovním týmu. Politické rally. Tvoje ideální dovolená by byla obklopit se přírodou, daleko od daily grindu, prozkoumání něčeho neznámého a prohledání nových zážitků a výzev, strukturovaný den u Luna Parku, který je plný zážitků a atrakcí pro tebe a tvoji rodinu, romantická vyhlídka se svým partnerem na tropickém ostrově. Nové zkušenosti a výzvy, podle mě je dobrá odpověď. Je nejdůležitější, aby vláda udržovala lidi bezpečné v svobodné, šťastné, anebo rovné. Samozřejmě, že bezpečí, ty vole. Bezpeční lidé vydělávají svojí vládě. Tak, podepíšeme se. Děkujeme za spolupráci. Ten 6. Jo, to je ten... To je ten příbuznej. Je pozdě. Tvoje manželka a děti šli do postele. Ty si zrovna sušíš svůj oblíbený hrnek na kafe. Už zašlý suvenýr z vašeho prvního výletu. Potisk hrnku je zašlý, ale pořád ten blbý obličej na něm ti vykouzí úsměv na tváři. Zaťukání na okno tě ale přijede zpátky do reality. Tady je ten hrnek. To je šitý hrnek doslova. V zahradě svírajíc neonově zelený kufřík je Chris. Samův teda příbuzný tvojí manželky. Hnedka, jak ho pustíš dovnitř, sedne si ke kuchyňskému stolu, viditelně vystresovaný. Zhluboka se nadechne. Omlouvám se, že jsem sem přišel tak pozdě, Alex. Zakoktá. Ale potřebuju od tebe laskavost. A jsi jediný... Pokomí... Mohu... Pokomí mohu chtít. Bez problému, co se děje? Jsi v pohodě, mě bych jít pro sám. Viděl jsi všechny tady tyhle šílené věci kolem Advance, to je ta nová politická strana. Říkají tomu... říkají tomu prostředky a bohatství zákon. Vezmou lidem jejich těžce vydělaný prachy, aby je dali lenošným. Je to hovadina. A progresivní zdanění se mu nelíbí, to je Vojta prostě. Nikdy si neviděl Chrise takhle znepokojeného. Neříkám, že první 1% nebo tak nějak nemá úplně debilní prachy. Chris dodá rychle. Ale oni si to můžou dovolit. Lidi jako já, my přijdeme o všechno. No to je blbý, ale jak ti mohu pomoct? Vždycky jsi byl ten zajištěný v rodině. Vezmou mi všechno, Alexi. Všechno, co jsem budoval za celý svůj život. Nemůžu dopustit, aby se tohle stalo. Potřebuji laskavost. Chrisovi oči najdou podlahu. Potřebuji si půjčit tvůj pas. Můj pas, proč? Vzali si můj a polovině lidí v celém skurveném státu. Ale lidi vždycky říkali, že já a ty vypadáme podobně, takže Chris teďka mluví pomalu. Potřebuji odejít, než bude moc pozdě. Jak mu budu pryč, já a moje peníze budou v pořádku. Ale potřebuji teď, než mi zmrazí moje účty. Prosím, Alexi, nepožádal bych tě o to, kdybych měl jakoukoliv jinou možnost. OK, je nahoře v sejfu. Nech mě jít a může si ji vzít. Určitě je nějaká jiná možnost, nemůže to být tak vážný. Já jsem ho poslal do prdele, myslím. Chrisova huba spadne. Si děláš prdel, co? Vždycky jsem tu byl pro tebe a sám choval jsem se k tvým dětem, jako kdyby byly moje vlastní. Jsme rodina. Co pak to pro tebe nic neznamená? Je to proti zákonu, tím ti nemůžu pomoct. Fajn, tak já to vyřeším sám, Chrisy odplivne. To je ta rodina, ty vole. To je ta rodinná věrnost, ha? Vezme si svůj kusík a Chris zmizí do noci. Vrátí se zpátky k dělání nádobí a vzal si znova hrníček sám. Najednou ti ten ksicht už nepřipadá tak zábavný. A tvůj žaludek se sevře. Potrolen. To je znám tady tyhle rozhodnutí, mu to dám a pak prostě budu v píči. Mrdám nějakýho sama do prdele, vole, nějaký švagr. Pochcanej. Ne, já to brát nebudu. Zaklikni to. Nebudu to brát. Kurva, já musím. Jo, on je na party. Jo, jasně, jasně. Tak. Jaký chceme reklamky? Alan James určitě. Crazy Neil určitě. Mr. Snugglehugs. Jo, to je ta dobrá reklama. Zahraje mi, ty vole, zahraje mi. Headline systém. Nechápu. Jo, aha, takhle. Musím vybrat určitý možnosti. Jo, už běž pařit zase, nekeci mi do toho. Jak chci poslouchat.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Live.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week of office,
počkej.
we ask exactly who's leading this charge.
Jo, aha.
Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold.
Musím vybrat. Tady obrázek ukážeme. Jo. Advent so happy.
I'll be asking my guess if we're on the way to a new future. Out with the old, Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO.
Nový CEO.
The following photo, taken from our archive,
obrázek A, určitě nechci ukazovat, že gamblí.
Who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university and graduated with the highest honors, immediately being asked back to lecture. The market responded favorably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehugs.
Jo, to je ta hračka, ten Snugglehugs.
Je takový pochybnej, no. Making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong, a marine biologist have today set off to explore Dante's taint. The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions for this unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together like we always have."
Nice, trefil se.
Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsley is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very programme.
Kurva.
Johnny is seen here with socialite and performance artiste Tiffany Lamore, whose recent show Inside My Snatch has kept her firmly in the public eye. Could romance be on the cards for these two and grievous bodily charm? With Advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more people saying they're scared to walk the streets alone at night, Could this be exactly the right time for Advance's new approach? All that and mega more for the group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Okay. Co se ježí zase signál? Kurva. Tady budu teďka řešit signál a ještě to musím přepínat. Ježíš, oni tam mají toho Alana. Ten je dobrý, ty vole. To je takovej Lubomír Volný, no. Tak.
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they
got. Reaction shot tam máme.
What does that mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan?
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd, ignorant, sterile and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption.
Mad orgy.
Excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, who will be laughing then?
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know...
Ta ani nevíš, jestli ta nová politická strana je jako špatná.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same
people.
Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus to keep us
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenstein and opiates. Like opiates, see?
Can we go back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue.
Prdí na mě.
It's all coming from the water.
Pusinku na webku, já teď nemůžu.
Pumping it full of...
A víš co, dáme si pauzičku, potřebuji.
Belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP
to je Babišova kniha, jo, stupňou furt jak Babiš.
That could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
Well, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
Kurva, tam dal pozdě reklamu.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
How much are you being paid?
Mě to zajímá, jak tu reklamu.
So you've got the best Christmas tree that your money can buy, and you want
To je
to put
jak
on it
Soul
some
Goodman
crazy
úplně tahle reklama.
ornaments. We want to give you a spectacular Christmas cactus. You know what it's like? You've run out of things to dress up, and you want your house to look like a Christmas bomb has hit it. Then we've got the ornaments for you.
Drž hubu! Drž hubu, běž pařit, nezajímáš mě, jak to mutnu. Já ho můžu mutnout? Já ho můžu vytípnout.
Crazy Neil's crazy deals. This is a clear out of the storage locker that second Mrs. Neil abandoned, like she abandoned her children.
To je spíš horse, ne. Ten green screen je úplně spot-on.
Crazy deal with Neil appeal.
Jo, tady.
Welcome back. In our second segment,
Jo, tady tenhle ten.
dive into the state of law and order in our country.
Co se děje? Ježišmarja.
Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives.
Kurva,
First
do
up,
piče.
Gregory George, a lawyer who sees the
Sranec, ty
problems
vole.
close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's a land of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desks.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely
Jo,
keep
tam
up the
přijde
demand,
žena.
Jeremy.
Že od...
There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic
Kurva,
level
proč
to
bych
relieve
teďka
the
řešil
problem.
skurvený
We need more
signály?
support from ministers.
Teď Borka říká, že mu... Že se s ním rozchází.
At a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. The problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No.
Ne!
Affairs of the Justice Department that
To
we
vůbec
should be
neumím s tím
concerned
signálem.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. By Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime.
Už se tam hádají, ty vole.
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I'm sure we all
Ne, zase.
To
je sračka. To je taky dobrý, tam vypadne ten otrok ze skříně.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means.
Kurva,
of this once great country.
já jsem nepřipomínal záběr do hajzlu. To je takový sranec, proč to je během...
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, hang on a moment. Jeremy, a bloody gimp's escaped. Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
Immigrants are responsible for the moral decay.
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use...
Romové jsou zodpovědní za morální propad. To je úplně pičovina, ty signály, to me sere.
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of this...
Where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Mummy said...
Clive, I am not having this again.
Mummy said, get back in your box. No! Naughty! You beast, Clive!
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? When our daughter Alice
Jako vidíš, že jsi to dal na maximální, jsem kokot.
No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality for us.
In you are.
Uninterrupted, It's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary, and
Vypadá na to
manslaughter.
ptávka, co mu tam vyhledí, ne? To se stává
Which is
furt.
also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony.
Titwank, yeah.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank Tony. Hey! Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalization.
Titwank Tony.
And obviously, titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank Tony.
Přestaň to říkat.
Surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank Tony.
Přestaň to
I
říkat.
don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
Sopen!
Yeah, I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. There's Big Chris,
Oi, oi.
Little Chris,
Oi, oi.
and Vampire Chris.
Jo.
This one's, yeah?
Yep.
1 sec, love. Titwank Tony on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. It's just not set up for it, you know?
On tam má striptérku.
Inherently unjust.
Sopen!
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this?
Sopen!
You are joking. Chrissy Free Bollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh. I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad
Přestaňte to
time.
říkat to slovo.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here.
Jesus!
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal. there, Tony.
Sebe.
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes, Tony? Tony, I mean, we're 2 seconds. How does this happen, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought there a little. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to glean a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the break, Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
Tak.
1 minute back, everybody.
Kurva, to přeruším moc brzo.
That went well.
Piss off.
Alan James.
Alan James.
Alan James is right.
Alan James is right.
I'm Alan James.
Alan James is right in front of you.
I don't want to scare you, but you should be scared. There must be something in the food! I don't want to upset you, but you should reap for the world.
Tohle je 100% parodie na toho...
Your poor sweet grandma. And I don't mean to shock you, but...
Kurva, jak se jmenuje? Joe Rogan, ne, není to Joe Rogan. Ten druhej, co vypadá podobně jak on. Alex Jones. Jo, teď to zní podobně, to jméno.
James, coming to a city near you. Check local press for dates and times.
Welcome to Tonight's Culture Spot. I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act.
Ježíš, tohle je taky bizar jak svině.
Inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two
To
are
je
sisters,
Sabrinka
is that right?
úplně.
Yes,
To je Ninka. Lady Hoonigan.
more popular one. Only joking.
Možná...
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So,
No, možná je to tím, že to... Že má stejný účes. A já dělám úplně to samý, ty vole, co lidi kolem myšky prostě vidí blondýnku a hnedka jí to posílají, že vypadá jak ona.
I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history. Aristotle believed. I just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences, and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
Yeah. That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like, maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important. Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, coach.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it.
Ježišmarja, to je strašný tohle.
So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago. A letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
Wow, how did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny, because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic, mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go at this old democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we ballywell are.
Good stuff.
Proč to dělají?
So, let's have a look at a
Ty
short
vole.
section of
Kurva.
Hey, Friendship.
Hej, friendship. To je strašný bizár, ty vole.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears.
Tears.
Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone.
Alone.
Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Kurva.
Oh, hi Gary.
Oh heavens no! It's Gary the Fist! Gary the Fist!
Going somewhere, little first year? Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning. But will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Violent father. Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake.
Right.
Do piče, on tam zanadával,
Give me
kurva.
your lunch money. Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? Oh, my arm's free, coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right, who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist, and you're just a sad little girl with 2 gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my 2 new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team.
Yeah.
And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah. But I can't fight all 3 of you, and I don't have any friends of my own.
Takhle se díly se šikanujou.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Kurva.
Life can be peachy keen if you work as a team.
Kurva, nevím, jak to dělat do rytmu. Já nevím, jak to dělat.
Hey, listen up.
Ježíš, repový segment. Kurva.
I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I
Kurva.
Gary the Fist.
Tohle jde normálně.
I grew up
Jo.
on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come
Kurva.
home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum for dinner. He had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner?
Kurva.
Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 Life's pretty hard on a council estate.
To je tak hrozný.
Life's pretty hard on a council estate. It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you work as a team.
Just work as a team.
It's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
To nemůžu editovat do té hudby vůbec. Ježiš, já tam dal toho vola.
Yes!
Já tam dal toho vola, jak se chystá.
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the
Já
country.
tam mám tu reklamu.
My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Oh, that was brilliant!
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that was art.
I believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but it doesn't make it so.
I have a similar belief about an adequate paycheck.
Ta reklama na to, na medvěda.
Like voice to keep them company when you can't. And his incredible
To je
real action
pochybná
eyes.
hračka, strašně.
It's no wonder Mr. Snugglehugs is the gift your child wants this Christmas.
All the other kids have got one.
That's right, little one. You don't want to be left out. Oh, Mr. Snugglehugs, you're so silly.
Peace.
Mr. Snugglehugs in stores now and selling out fast.
Selling out fast. To je ono. Počkej, co? Proč mám Ečko u té druhé sekvence? To jsem tam posral. Všechno jsem vycenzuroval. Internet free show, adekvátně zeditováno. A za druhou sekvenci mám Ečko. The hell? Dobrý, plný plat jsem dostal. Krát jsem chudý jako kostelní krysa. U iluminátu jsem šel dolů, nevím proč. A nevím, kdo to je. No jdeme dál? Jdeme dál? Teďka už nebudu vědět, co tam je vůbec.